So let's get at it. We had a music teacher earlier, didn't we? Was he playing ukulele?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have to respond to that because I liked how one of the songs was a movie song, Kiss Me. That was in the movie She's All That. I remember seeing that years after I finished high school, and it's like, yeah, unfortunately, I realized I'm now the ugly duckling, just like Rachel Lee Cook was in that. And I think that's also why it meant something when I watched the movie The Duff, Designated Ugly Fat Friend. I finally realized I was one of those, unfortunately, as well. Yeah, high school wasn't a very happy time for me. I guess that explains why I'm now performing. I said before that I wasn't that comfortable in bars, so I didn't go to bars very often. Well, you have to go to bars if you want to perform. So I don't know what it is about. I'm finally being in a bar if I'm performing, where the security of the stage, where I'm fine with being the circus freak or zoo animal that people stare at. I guess so. That's all I've got about that one. I wish I was making that up. Well, there's work at the bank. I don't think the river is going to run dry on that one on material. Will it? Yeah, I still have to go there to write checks, and I like how it's not too often that I'm told, do not send those checks out, destroy them. But not once, but twice in the past week they said, did you start printing them already? Yeah, don't do that. And it's like, wasted resources, wasted time, but I don't want to call somebody an incompetent boob, even though they are. I do that all the time, having to clean up somebody else's mess, but I want to keep my job, so I'm not vocal about it. It's not all that important. And I know one time, because cooler heads prevailed, I didn't say much. It sounded like somebody wanted to sick my manager on me. They ended up giving me points in our point system. And where I'm at, that means that I can go order a gift card. And I like Amazon gift cards, so it's like, yeah, if I stay quiet long enough, maybe somebody will just do that to placate me. And it's like, yeah, I'll take it! Let's see, the bank story from the past week. The elevator is broken, and most of the time I don't care, but when you're dealing with deliveries, like check stock and envelopes, that is a big deal. I actually sent somebody to the upper level thinking that'd be easier with the truck they had, and it's like, oh no, I forgot elevator broken. So I just tried to handle it by myself, but when you got like 40 boxes, that's kind of hard to do on your own if you want to get everything else done and get out of there at a decent time. So I was laying them down, and a manager, not mine, said, well, I can help. And it's like, well, I didn't know that you could, but she had a hatchback, and it's like, we'll put them in my hatchback, and we'll get them down there. It's like, good, because we had 3 people work on it, and it took a lot less time. And I'm very prideful, so I mean, I try not to ask for help, because it's like, I'm hired to do a job. And if I can get the work done on my own, it's like, yeah, they've proven that they were right to hire me. So yeah, sometimes you have to be thankful for the people who are willing to help. I mean, won't necessarily ask for help, but I'm not going to turn it down either. I'm not an idiot. So yeah, that's work. All right, beer. 2 stories about that. Yeah, beer. That's a part of performing. That's a part of life. Meetup events. I do those every so often, and there's one dude I met at an event 6 years ago, and yeah. He's a cool dude. And he had a rare event, though. I hadn't heard of having a meetup moving party, but he needed help with moving because he got in a dispute with his landlord. And he said, well, it was a lot cheaper to hire his friends to help pack boxes. And it's like, okay, well, I'll get there when I have the time. Well, I get there after work, and he said, we're done. It's like, okay, you're not paying me, but I don't have to do all this heavy lifting either, so I'm not complaining. Especially when he ordered pizza. I got to eat the pizza. He likes his craft beer. I had some of that. And I left with a book I was reading too because he didn't want to move it. It's like, well, yeah, I made out pretty well, and I didn't have to do any work. Yay! I need time after work. I can't just go from one job to another. I don't see how some people do. More power to them if they can. That's just not me, though. It's their own. Beer story number 2. Sometimes I have beer when I'm not performing. I know that nearby microbrewery is closing soon, so on my way to the Saints baseball game this weekend, I went there. That's mean to me because I got interviewed about performing there. So, got to go there one last time. And I know it's a reminder of one of the things I said in the interview that was put in the final article, that I would continue performing as long as it's fun. And it's like, who am I kidding? I'm probably a lifer. There's just enough things I like about it. You know, you gotta take it to bed. So I know I'm not alone on that one, where it's the need to perform. It's like an addiction, as Bob Newhart said, it's a narcotic I need. That's why the pandemic has been tough. It's like, I can't entirely hibernate. I enjoy being on stage too much. All right. Loopy postal employee. I have post office box for eBay and Amazon orders, and when I have to pick things up the window, he'll say some off-the-wall things. Like, oh, what did you get this time? Dissolvable swimsuit? Well, I heard of edible panties, but no, I didn't get those either. And sometimes he called me by the wrong name, but this time he called me the right name. Cool. Sometimes he's trying too hard, but other times he reminds me of a fellow comic that I call a vulgar Ned Flanders. That describes him pretty well for those who know The Simpsons. And on a good one. And hopefully I can remember it. And if I can't, then I guess what I'm doing here is just fine. Yeah, I guess I'll just say it for next week. There's always next week, so thank you. It's been great.